I have an 18-month-old baby, and he didn't have any kind of insurance. When he was sick, I would have to try and fix it myself, like get the medication myself. If he had to go to the doctor, I would have to take it and pay it as I could.
Sam Walton believed that it was inappropriate for an associate with illness in the family to have to worry about how were they going to survive the financial impact.
I was under my mom's insurance plan with a local grocery store that she works for, and any prescription it didn't matter what it was $5. And now through Walmart, for that one bottle of pills, I'm paying $70.
But I can't afford to put my children on the Walmart shirt because it's too expensive.
There's no way I can afford to have $75 taken out of each check just for medical. That's why, because I'm such low income, I am able to get the Medicaid for the kids through Colorado State.
But they're a billion-dollar corporation, so I don't see why they cannot offer a better medical package for their associates so that we can afford to get our families on insurance.
You start weighing, okay, he's sick, we eat. Which one do we do? Well, let's give him an aspirin.
No matter what anybody says, they're at poverty level. I watch so many people go without lunch in the lounges that I stopped eating in the lounges because I just had my managers eating there because I just couldn't stand it. They just wouldn't eat, and we weren't allowed to offer them any money. And there were people I see that didn't eat nothing. They'd take an hour lunch and just sat there.
We have full-time employees that worked at Walmart, and they had medical, but the medical was so high, so they had to go out and get Medi-Cal, some type of government medical.
While I was working at Walmart, I was on WIC. It's an excellent program. It saved my life, really, because you got all the formula and cereal and stuff you needed for the baby. And I also went to the Medicaid office. It can be a real hassle having to deal with the offices, but, you know, at least they're there. I'm thankful for the programs that are available, you know. It's not a fun situation. It's demeaning. I always heard people say, you know, oh, they're just, you know, there's so many people who just use the system, use it. I can't imagine that, because there is no way I would want to spend any length of time having to do what you have to do to get assistance.
You talk about using the system. Look at the way Walmart is using the system. They're promoting people to go to Healthy Kids and to get food stamps and Section 8 housing, and they're the ones that are using the system.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you need to tell your employees that all these programs are available for you because we're not paying you enough money.
Retail giant Walmart is encouraging its workers to go on welfare.
Instead of paying for its employees to have health benefits, she says Walmart is making the government take care of it.
In Florida, Walmart has more employees and family members eligible for Medicaid than any other company. Critics accuse the retail giant of using Medicaid and state programs for the poor as its health care plan.
This report from UC Berkeley researchers concludes Walmart costs state taxpayers $86 million a year and county taxpayers as much as another $25 million to pick up the tab for public health care, income tax credits, housing subsidies, and food stamps.
Evelyn Dees used to work full-time for Walmart, but didn't have company health care benefits. She literally couldn't afford to pay for it, so she turned to government assistance.
What the public doesn't understand is that those everyday low prices are based on taxpayer subsidies. Walmart is getting away with it because they can.
I talked to the regional personnel manager about who was going to take care of the Walmart associates and their health care needs, and he said, let the state do it.
The personnel manager told me personally that there's assistance out there for people. They should be able to go use it. Use your taxpayers' dollars.
I had a list of all of the government agencies and all the different places that people could go if they needed money for their utility bills, if they needed to apply for food stamps, or if they needed to apply for WIC or for Medicaid.
So your dignity is not there, your pride is not there. You go to work knowing that you're not making enough money to really make ends meet, but yet you got to go with a smile on your face and fake it. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Come up with some type of health care that a full-time person can afford and don't have to put on the scale health care or feed my family.
Why is it that a corporation that in 2003 had an outstanding $240 billion in sales would not provide a livable wage and affordable health care for their employees?
There's nowhere around that there's a company that makes this much money and still turns around and makes their associates go to the state for aid.
And I think my company takes family very seriously, and they'll help you achieve anything you want. The possibilities are absolutely endless at Walmart.
Think of the careers that get started in this company and the difference it makes in people's lives. But most importantly to me, jobs that come with opportunity for personal development.
When I first started working at Walmart, I was still in high school. I didn't have any plans to go to college later on. You know, the people that I was working with were just so nice, and I just thought that was awesome. My job function as a tire express technician is performing an oil service, doing tire changes, battery service, stocking the inside shelves, writing up work orders, which is greeting the customer, running a cash register, ringing people out, for just groceries that they bought throughout the store, and they want it all done at the same time. All I'm worried about is the 4% raise a year that you get from Walmart. I've worked there 3 years, and I've got, I believe, a $1.07 raise. I don't have good health benefits, and I can't afford to live on my own anymore. And just most of it is the poor treatment from management at Walmart. I don't know, it's just weird. I've always been kind of quiet and shy. And now, I kind of need to stand up for myself and, my community. So I just, searched the internet for a while, and whatever I typed in, it brought up the same thing. I'd type in employee rights, and it'd bring up the union, or fair labor practice, it'd bring up the union. These corporate people in the Walmart Corporation, they don't even really like to say the word union. To them, it's like a curse word. They just say third-party representation is the way they put it.
Walmart is very opposed to unions, one of the most if not the most aggressively anti-union company in the history of the United States. Just relentless in their search for union activity and try to squelch it, kill it.
Look at that, we got a few there.
Ed DePontis.
Ed DePontis, he gave you a call, right?
He gave me a call, and he says that he didn't want nothing to do with the union. His answer was no, no, no.
I had a worker that came to me with a piece of paper that someone had typed up on the computer in big, bold, black letters that said, "We need a union." No signatures, that's all it said. That in itself is enough to require me as a store manager to go and make a phone call. And the phone call comes to Bentonville. And that afternoon, I had to personally drive to the airport and pick up 3 guys that flew in a corporate jet and pick them up and bring them back to my store.
We have to do this for the reasons we started it,
What they do is they basically walk in and tell the store manager, you're no longer in charge of the store. Every decision goes through us.
They taught me how to profile people. Of course, I didn't know that was the term then, and it was identifying people that were the strongest representatives of the petition to organize or at least get a vote.
Anita, we need to contact still. Possibility there.
You walk up to a couple of associates and they're both talking, they walk away from each other, they got to go. They're conspiring to do something.
Be noisy.